We are taking an international flight from Madrid to Miami with an 8-month-old, and I want to tell you everything about it. Checking was a little strange because I called before my flight to make sure I paid for the taxes, to the international taxes, and also 10% of my ticket that counts for the money that I have to pay for my baby. Nothing worked, so when I got here I had to start from zero and do the whole process again, which took us some time, but we got through it.
Let me clarify this very quickly. The ticket fee for your baby depends on the trip you are making and the airline. Since we had an international flight with American Airlines, we had to pay for international taxes and an additional fee that was worth 10% of my ticket. Now, this was a total surprise for me. Before this trip, I read through the American Airlines website and none of this information was available. Since the baby was traveling on my lap, I assumed that I'm not paying for a seat, so there's nothing I should pay, right? But once I booked my flight, I could not simply add my infant online. The website gave me another note that I had to call the airline, which I did, and even then, things were confusing. The agent wasn't super clear about me being able to use the bassinet or the fees I had to pay. She had to talk to other people. Note, I called more than once and it was a similar story, until I was finally hit with the amount of $364 to flight with my baby on my lap. It was going to be extremely uncomfortable the whole time and not have any type of accommodations because they don't even offer them a blanket or anything. So I think that this wasn't fair, but I also understand that life works like that sometimes. So my suggestion is that you call the airline before you even book your ticket to clarify all questions and get all the details about traveling with your baby. Make sure that you're comfortable with that and then proceed.
And then we checked in, and since we have a Yoyo stroller, we're able to bring the stroller to the airplane, which is great. So we don't have to worry about checking it in. We can be strolling around with our baby at the airport. What else can I tell you? The security, there's a special line for families that have strollers and everything. They didn't give me any issues with his formula. I brought like 4 bottles full of water plus an extra 16-ounce bottle with water, and I also brought his formula and dispensers plus the bag of formula in a Ziploc bag. No issues, no one asked any questions, so it was honestly really easy. Not sure how it is in other airports, but so far Madrid has been very easy, very good. Now we're gonna go have some breakfast and I'll tell you more about our journey doing a 9-hour airplane trip with a baby. Quick pause here to confirm that every airport is different. We came today to Miami's airport and they did give us a bit of a hard time. They did stop us at the security checkpoint to hold and search our suitcase and like a carry-on bag where I had brand new formula that has never been opened. They still tested that, and also another bag where I had my baby's water and his formula dispenser, and it took some extra time. It wasn't a difficult process, but definitely a little bit annoying considering that in Madrid it was so easy getting out of Madrid. So just know that it may happen, it's not a big deal, but not every airport is as smooth as Madrid, I guess. It's our first time doing a family bathroom and I'm so excited. There are no toilets here, but it's a really clean changing station. Let's go. Are you boys excited for this?
I love how some places in Europe, especially Madrid, prioritizes kids and families. It really made things much easier and comfortable for us as new parents. I did not have the same experience in Miami's airport. It was a mission to find a clean and quiet bathroom to change my baby over there, which is a shame, honestly.
Okay, it's happening. We are boarding. We got priority to board. We didn't have to make a line or anything. Troy is really sleepy, which is a good thing, and he's really hungry, which is also a good thing, but he hasn't had number 2 today, which is a really bad thing. We made it. We couldn't get a bassinet because our baby is over 10 pounds, 10 kilos, which is over 24 pounds if I'm not mistaken, and the bassinet is for 6 months older, under, or 20 pounds or under. So it doesn't apply, and we're gonna have to hold him the whole trip. He's ready to sleep, and we don't know what to do with him really, because he likes to sleep laying flat, and we don't have a lot of options. We have 2 seats. We're in the middle of row 4, or a line of 4. And do I recommend these seats? There is room for your legs, but also you can't lift.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board American
Chair
Airlines.
divider, because there's where your table TV is. So that's a little inconvenient too for family. But we're gonna see how we do this. Okay, little update. This is the situation right now. I'm sitting on the floor, and Troy has my sit. It was entertaining for a little bit, but now he's getting fussy again. We're trying to distract him with all the toys. Not an easy task, but we're doing what we can. He slept for only 30 minutes and got woken up by noise in the airplane, and now we're just trying to entertain him. And we have how many more hours to go?
7 hours, 8 hours.
8 hours more to go. Right?
Like any other day, entertaining him was hard and easy at the same time, but ultimately, I think having some space for him to move was necessary and worth the money. As you can see, we did it all. We played, we fed, changed diapers, read books, and had naps. On our way back to Madrid, we had a night flight, so Troy slept for about 6 hours and a half out of 8, which was a blessing. We did not get any sleep because we were uncomfortable trying to make sure he was comfortable, but that's okay. Oh, and we used the floor as a bed, which we monitored the whole time. On our way to Miami, the airline crew was completely okay with it, but on our way back, they gave us trouble. This is not technically allowed, but we needed to try it.
You're in Miami! Okay, that wasn't terrible at all. There were moments of frustration, of course, like when he went number 2 twice, or when he didn't want to sleep, but he was well behaved, I want to say. He did amazing. It was hard, but I think the number 1 tip is get the seats with extra leg room. They're necessary, and bring a mat that you can put there so the baby can crawl and sit in there freely. I think that's the best piece of advice. And get a Yoyo stroller so you can put it on top of the airplane where the carry-on luggage goes. It was great.
Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much for watching.